Welcome back, fandom nerf herders, to the next installment of NYC X-Wing's Store Championship coverage. I am Jiggith J. Peepswell, aka Jaws, and with me today is our resident commentator, Mike Kaufman, aka IG88E. How are you, Mike? Thanks for coming back on, dude.
I'm doing alright. I'm excited to watch the X-Wing.
Sweet. Today's feature presentation covers the final round of 4 from the Store Championships at Brooklyn Game Lab in Park Slope, Brooklyn on March 28th, 2015. The lab had a 16 pilot maximum as we were starting at 6 p.m. and wanted to finish before midnight. As expected, every pilot seat was filled and these competitors strapped in for a late night final flight of the Osiris.
So this is the 4th round of a 75-minute Swiss pairings, played because of the time constriction. We didn't do a cut, and we haven't really been able to in New York. So every game counted to the very last ship. And this game, at the final table, we have Matt M., who's playing from the left side, and our friend and fellow commentator, Captain Cal Nuvost, on our right. Both pilots came into the match undefeated, and Cal was in the lead with a nearly perfect MOV.
Matt is flying our first featured Scum and Villainy list. Yay, Wave 6. Starring Boba Fett with the illicit stalling power of inertial dampeners, veteran instincts, and a seismic charge.
Stand by.
On the Fett Man's flanks, we have 2 sick Skix pilots named Sirisu and Latin Shara, each with heavy laser cannons and veteran instincts on Sirisu.
And Cal we have flying in with Baron Fell's Royal Circus, as he likes to call it. Of course, this is anchored by Soontir Fell, equipped with just Push the Limit and only auto thrusters, the rare Soontir without 2 mods. To Fell's right, we have the human cannonball Howl Runner leading, devising some swarm tactics for her 4 Trapeze Artist Academy pilots.
We guarantee you that no Oliphants were harmed during the filming of this match.
Alright, so I actually wanted to say a couple things about the lists and the strategies related to them. I'm a huge fan of Boba Fett. But I'm a little reticent to see Boba Fett with VI, who's at a glorious pilot skill 10, without the ability to reposition. So this is a big ship without engine upgrade, and I do believe that was a point of contention on the last time I was here commentating on Fire Spray. So the use of engine and the correct use of engine, I think, is really important. So we'll have to see whether the fact that he doesn't have engine comes back to bite him, because it gives you a chance to point those arcs at Soontir.
Yeah, it's not like a turret ship, a large ship base, that you have an option to shoot anywhere. You are actually limited by these front and rear arcs, and if you're not pointing in the right direction, you don't get to shoot. So that is a challenge that presents itself, or isn't facilitated by not having engine upgrade.
Yeah, and I think new Boba even might benefit from it more, because it gives them the option to rush in on certain situations where he wants that ability to trigger. And then, of course, Fire Sprays love to run away, so I think the boost is always great for that. Mm-hmm. Another thing I thought was interesting is just that Cal is only running auto thrusters on Soontir. He's not running targeting computer. He's not running the stealth device build, which is personally my favorite, the invincible Soontir. So I think it's pretty interesting to see it stripped down, and that's basically so that you can fit Howl Runner with swarm tactics in there. So it's kind of boosting the TIE swarm and in slightly weakening, or maybe significantly weakening Soontir without the 4th green die.
So here we have Cal setting up his patent-pending pinwheel formation, and actually uses, I believe, 4 different maneuver templates, or maybe it's 3. Maybe he simplified down to 3 different maneuver templates to set up this pinwheel, and he has perfected it.
Yeah, he has pretty much, as long as I've known him, never played in a tournament without TIE fighters of some kind, at least 4 of them. So he's extremely practiced at these setups.
Yeah.
And it is pretty fun to watch.
And to witness those the sketches and the diagrams that are, he really puts the time into these TIE fighters, and you really have to, because I personally am not a fan of the five TIE formation, because it presents these sort of challenges where you're either limited to a certain opening maneuver, or you can always make a mistake and then bump into each other and then just mess up your whole formation from the get-go. I think it just I believe in an Occam's razor approach to X-Wing, really. The simplest solution, which is really usually a box formation, I personally like an offset formation, is the correct solution. But, I didn't win this tournament, so maybe I'm freaking wrong.
Yeah, I don't consider myself I'm not a swarm flyer at all. I think pretty much everything I've ran in this tournament in the last 5 months has been 2 ships and mostly large base. So I'm not big on the formations, and I do like a really simple offset to start. But
Right.
Cal's very successful with a
Absolutely.
really tried and true approach. So we can see him kind of unfolding that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you'll learn something from
Yeah.
him.
Hopefully we can only help.
I mean, it does make the TIE group predictable. Like, they're going to come out and they're going to
Yeah.
come straight out.
Right.
He's not going to do the, set up the box and then do the one turn and kind
Yeah,
of completely change the approach that some people do.
You can't do that. Yeah, and you would just mess up the entire formation at that point. And then Hal Runner would be straggling behind, maybe just catching two TIE fighters at range 1. So here we have the execution of this pinwheel.
It is nice.
In round 1
It is
of
nice.
movement.
I'm interested to see where the Skix are going to be going here. They're kind of paired off really strangely, and
Yeah.
even pointing at this weird line of asteroids. So,
But he
I'm
did seem
not
to
sure what he's
measure
gonna
with the
do.
range ruler where he was placing it, so he does have a predetermined idea of where these ships are going to go as far as where he wanted them to go.
And I
And
guess
it
he's
looks
looking,
like, yeah, he's definitely stalling here.
like misdirection. He's
yeah.
just turning off. And,
So that hopefully he's trying to pull those Academy pilots and that TIE swarm through those asteroids, and it looks like he's going to do that, because these guys are going up pretty fast through this.
Yeah, I mean, Hal Runner kind of telegraphs the moves of the TIE Swarm, assuming the player's not willing to sacrifice Hal Runner's ability. Most of the time, that swarm is they're going to be glued to each other, so nobody's going to peel off and dodge around asteroids and stuff like that.
Right.
You can pretty much expect what he's going to do, which I would guess is bank kind of towards the Death Star super laser eventually would be his approach with that swarm, which would actually be pretty nice. Boba probably won't be in a good position at that point.
Right.
And Soontir is great when you start, because you can put the smallest maneuver on him and then completely change the position that he's going to be starting the next turn. So
Yeah.
he's a lot of fun to even just like juke around in the beginning and completely change your approach. And Boba's just going right up the middle. He doesn't care.
Now these Skix, I just wanted to, now that we're just moving here and not really getting into any action yet, I just wanted to get your thoughts on these really heavy-hitting 3-hull ships for, like, dirt cheap. I mean, well, I wouldn't say dirt cheap, but cheap enough to be like, okay, this is a lot of firepower for very few points, So, how do you think how effective do you think these ships are, and how would you fly them, and in what sort of build would you prefer to have them?
I have not really found a place for them personally. I've flown them only like casually here and there. They're intimidating, having that much attack, and they're hard to hit, but I think they're a pretty appetizing target for anyone.
Right.
If you see a ship that can roll 4 dice on attack, but it has 3 hit points, like that has to be the ship you target first. And it doesn't have any mitigating ability like a Phantom, where you might not want to go for it because it's impossible to hit. Like, you will hit one of the Skix. Sarasu, I think, might not play much of a part in this unless he glues the Skix to each other, which then might make, makes the obvious target Sarasu, because Leighton will be impossible to hit if Sarasu's causing it to reroll, and then every time he dodges, he gets an evade token.
Yeah.
That ship could have like 5 evade tokens from TIE fighters.
Crazy.
So I think
Yeah.
Sarasu is like, that ship has to go. it's gonna make Leighton invincible and has a heavy laser cannon. So I think that's where you go
that's
first.
that's primary target, and it's a tough decision to make. And this is a list that you have. If you decide to go for the Skix, you have a bad decision there because then you got Boba coming in on you, rolling 4 or 5 dice. And then 4 dice with the rerolls is what I meant.
If he's cavalier enough to
yeah,
charge
yeah
back close.
Well, yeah, but it's kind of hard to do that. It's hard to catch the opponent off guard because you don't have that ability to move that much further with engine upgrade.
Yeah, I think,
and they can pretty much predict where you're going to be, and it's not as far as you think.
Yeah, I think engine is just so good, even for the new Boba who can basically decide he wants to trigger his ability.
Mm-hmm.
You can say, I want that ability to happen, I'm going to boost in
now.
So he doesn't really have that in this game, we'll see. So here's an interesting turn.
Yep, so checking for target lock on Soontir, it looks like he's just out. Oof, yeah, that was close. Yep, so we're going to take a target lock.
I'm not sure.
Still, again, on the AP. Okay. Yeah, the lead AP.
I wonder why Sarasu hadn't moved yet. I think he moved them out of order.
They might have, yeah.
That's
absolutely.
It wouldn't
sorry.
have caused anything, was it?
Yeah, Sarasu actually has veteran instincts as well, okay. So he's he can choose when and who to move first. Yeah.
Two pilot skill 10s.
Mm-hmm.
Sarasu has the barrel roll, which might come into play if you're going after Soontir.
Right.
So we'll see. Here it goes, Boba's shot.
Oh, that looks like 3 hits.
Yeah. And
the AP is going to be rolling 4 here.
With a focus. It looks like he's going to evade everything.
Yeah, he's going to spend that. Focus to evade 3 damage. Good initial roll there.
Yeah, those TIE fighters.
Cannons fired.
Those TIE fighters are so hard to hit from range 3 with a focus token. It's really like one of the least appetizing shots for a 12-point ship. You just don't want to take it. And there's Howlrunner.
1 hit. Howlrunner reroll. 2 hits.
Looks like 2.
And a Boba will get 3 here. And it looks like he will take 1 damage.
Shield,
1 shield off of Boba. First round. Not a fair trade.
No. That's the always the issue with, unless you have a heavy laser cannon and you can reduce the number of agility that they're rolling at that range, it's almost not ever good to engage any TIE fighters because they can, peck at a big ship that has low agility, and you just don't really get anything out of that first exchange. And now this exchange could be brutal depending on where Boba ends up.
Right. See, imagine if Boba could have boosted 1 forward,
yeah,
and gotten around here. He could have gone around the middle asteroid and then come up in the butt of this TIE swarm, yeah, and gotten some heavy shots on Howlrunner this same round. But let's see what ends up happening.
See what he ends up doing with Boba here. Because this is exactly what I said Cal was going to do with that TIE swarm, that they were going to approach and then bank in between the super laser asteroids over there.
The setup here. Ooh, and did he nib it? Yeah, it looks like he nipped that asteroid. That AP's out of commission. Oh, and he takes a hit from the asteroid.
Hey, they can damage themselves. That's 33% of their health. Right. They can do a lot to themselves if they're flying over asteroids.
Yeah. A little aggressive here with that AP.
And I think the Skix will be pretty happy because they're probably going to turn right in here and start firing on those.
Oh yeah, they have 1 banks, or they don't have
1 hard turn.
1 hard turns.
So I imagine he's got a 1 hard or a 1 bank on both.
He's going to want to keep those as far away as possible to keep those heavy laser cannons effective. Yeah, there it is, the 1 turn. Yeah. Best move in the game.
That looks like the right range to engage those ties too.
Oh yeah, that's perfect too. He should be just out maybe of the rear ones,
or at least range 3.
Yeah,
I think it's a range 3 shot from the back ties maybe. Howlrunner might not have a shot.
Yeah, at least not on the Skick.
Yeah,
but
we'll see where Boba goes. I mean, Howlrunner's so funny because like her shots feel so anticlimactic. She does so much to boost these other ships, and then her shots can be terrible.
Yeah, you're just like, blank. Can't do anything about it yet.
But I usually I find when you're flying against this few TIE fighters, which I mean this is relatively few, the mini swarm, it's almost better to just go for whoever the closest academy is, because every time you take one out, you're decreasing all the value of Hal Runner. Like Hal Runner becomes infinitely less valuable every tie goes down.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just, and then when you're left with just Hal at the end, you're like, I don't care. This is just a TIE fighter.
Right.
So Boba might be blocked by Soontir.
It looks like it's possible. Yep.
Unless if you had the Falcon one turn, then it would be awesome and boost out. But we can only dream of these things.
Right.
And Sarasu's definitely in position to buff Lay 10, but I imagine nobody would ever shoot at Lay 10 right now.
Right. So, do you think Boba might use the inertial dampeners here then? You think that would be something?
I actually really like that idea with Sarasu sitting right there to buff the rerolls.
I think that wouldn't be the worst thing.
And it would force Soontir to move into a position that might actually be bad for next turn. Because right now he is totally probably blocking whatever Matt.
I think he's that's probably what he's thinking right now for sure. If he's going to use those inertial dampeners or not.
He's gonna reveal his dial.
Yeah, he's gonna move. Okay.
He's totally gonna bump.
Yeah, that's a bump.
I guess he's thinking he might get a rear arc shot, but I don't think so.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have your your synergy there. That's gonna work for you.
He might have not wanted to do it in the arc of every ship on the list.
Probably. Yeah. But still, you might not even have dodged it. Oh, I guess you stopped Soontir from shooting at you, but then this 3/4 of the mini swarm is still gonna hit you.
It's a rough place to be. That block. I think Boba would have liked to have been maybe an inch farther back so that he could have turned between the asteroids down there. That I would have liked to have that escape route.
This is surprisingly spread formation of asteroids. Going back to the asteroids that we didn't mention, for a 3-ship build facing a mini swarm, a 5-tie mini swarm, I would definitely have done something to cluster up the middle of the board a little bit more, so that you have problems presented for the TIE swarm, and because right now this mini swarm's moving way, even though he landed on the asteroid, it's still moving way too easily between them, and
they have a great next turn setup, basically.
Yeah, for sure, and it's not they're not doing any favors for Matt right now, as far as the asteroid placement's concerned.
It looked like Sarasu took a laser cannon shot and focused for 4 hits, and Cal rolled 3 evades.
No!
That's, the infuriating part of ties sometimes. Is if those dice come up like that, it is so hard to win, and you're wasting shots. So
Soontir taking a shot at the Skik. Probably Sarasu, and all damage evaded.
Alright, now Hal Runner is going to check. Maybe has a shot at Boba.
Probably Boba obstructed, yeah. Looks like range 2, so... Oh, is it obstructed? Let's see.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I would imagine that it has to be obstructed.
Yeah.
Let's see how many dice he rolls.
So, looks like one hit.
Yep.
And obstructed. And that looked like it was a blank. That looked like two eyes. Unless it was... No, maybe it was one evade, yeah. Okay. So no damage coming through this round from Hal Runner to Boba. But now we have to deal with 3/4 of a mini swarm.
Yeah, he gets to shoot the swarm tactics tie first, and then Layton, and then the rest of the ties. But that leaves only 2 at the end, since we have an asteroid. Was he range 1 on Boba? It must have been.
Yeah, it looks like the front tie was range 1 of Boba's left rear, yeah.
Oh, he got to re-roll both
dice. Of them for the tie on the asteroid
and Soontir, which is really He's up there in range great. 1 of him, so he gets double re-rolls, which is pretty awesome.
So the lead tie on Soontir gives him 2 re-rolls, and did he still blank?
I think he still might have rolled. He might have rolled 1 evade, but yeah, that's
probably an eye. I didn't see. It was probably 2 more shields taken off.
I mean, you feel like you have to shoot at that lead academy.
Yeah, I think so.
has no focus token, which I mean
And
just
it's got 1 damage, right?
drastically decreases their hit points or the value of those hit points.
Yeah. So heavy laser cannon shot.
I believe he's got
with a
3
focus
hits.
is 3 hits against looks like 1 evade.
Oh,
And he did not shoot at the hurt.
Yeah, I must have shot at the back. One of the interesting, maybe.
Oh, so are we spreading? So then that's that spread damage, or was this lead tie not damaged by the previous heavy laser cannon shot?
It was the lead tie.
Yeah, it was. It did have 1 damage, didn't it?
Yeah.
So that could have been one tied down.
Yeah.
And then you could have avoided some damage on Boba Fett, but I'm not sure why we went with the rear TIE fighter there.
And the TIE fighters are doing their HAL boosted shots.
Maybe he was trying to strip tokens?
That's what I think. I think he's trying to strip tokens.
Okay.
Yeah, this swarm is really going for Boba. Pretty much everyone who can shoot, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. That's,
so he's took, I think, all the shields are off of Boba.
4
already.
shields down. 6 hull left on Boba.
It's still
Mini
a
swarm
tanky
doing
ship,
its damage. It's yep.
But with no ties off the board, that's pretty annoying. You can see just having damage cards on 3 different ties and none of them are dead. That's just the worst feeling.
Spreading damage on a swarm is just makes them stronger, that much stronger.
Yeah, or that much more annoying because now Cal can be pretty confident just taking evade tokens for the ones that are really damaged. And you know, if they have HAL Runner around for the rerolls, they don't really care about the evade tokens not having the focus.
Right.
So I know a few people who are, well, someone we've seen on this show, which is John, is a really big fan of taking the evade with those damage ties and
absolutely
making them just horrible targets to shoot at.
Howley makes that so much more effective. It's a great plan of action if you don't lose HAL Runner early.
Yes. Yeah.
And putting a lot of that falls on the pilot, you know, putting a HAL Runner in a position where where she's taking the least amount of damage, and that just comes with experience.
So these ties, I mean, they're going pretty full on, I guess, and hoping that the 6 are
blasting
looking for
forward.
a short move. Yeah. I wonder. Interesting.
Maybe he's trying to block a 3 back. I don't know why.
I don't know that. I'm not sure about that.
What was the thought there? But I'm sure we'll hear the explanation in a comment.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. That's the one thing. Yeah. Well,
that was a block on the 3 bank. What? How did he predict that?
What are the chances? Yeah, I would have never 3-banked if I was flying.
I would have never. Yeah.
And then on top of that, I would have never predicted that the guy would try to block a why would Cal assume he was going to 3-bank?
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
That is excellent. But the thing is, now because he banked that, you opened him up to avoiding 3 TIE fighter damage.
Yeah.
And now you're just going to have HAL Runner possibly bump into him and then give no damage to.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, I see. I see what the thought was now. He didn't want to end up obviously in front of all that firepower. So then he decided to try to blast forward with a 3 bank. But you know,
he almost could have 5K'd probably or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, there is a 5K that clearly probably could have cleared that asteroid.
Yeah, I think
on the right
near
side,
the asteroid,
on his left side.
That was amazing block. I think if you're a good TIE fighter player, someone who runs multiple TIE fighters has to be good at blocking and like really good at envisioning exactly what someone's going to do in that moment. And that was it. I mean, he's going to get a range 1 shot with HAL Runner. So.
He took an evade action just in case.
Protecting HAL
Runner.
Runner.
Yeah. I think it's crucial.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And if Soontir is able to position well, he might even be able to get a shot on wherever Lei-Ten goes. It's going to be rough, though.
Yeah, I don't know if he can. No, barrel rolling to the left's not going to do anything. He can't barrel roll right.
Yeah, I don't know if he has room to boost
So I don't think he's going to have a good shot there, but he could boost right and then try to get that's Sarasu, I assume.
Yeah, Sarasu's the one who hasn't moved. He is going to try to boost Ray, but I don't...
Oh, it looks like it might not work either.
I don't think it's going to fit. See?
Excellent assist here from Matt.
Not gonna
and
fit.
It looks like a bump, so no boost.
Yeah, I meant...
What?
How is that?
That was...
Okay. That was very sloppy positioning,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure
maybe
if
it
was a bump or...
Maybe they didn't think it through and thought that it was just going to bump like a movement instead of like a boost denial because of a ship there. Oh, well.
Or it was just the closest I've ever seen.
Yeah, or maybe it actually did clear it and they just didn't set it correctly. I don't know. So we're pushing the limit here to evade and then focus with Soontir's ability.
Yeah, now this...
And this is just a bump on
Soontir's
Soontir.
not going to have a shot.
So here we go. Action denial on Sarasu. You have the majority of the TIE Swarm. That's going to probably shoot on Sarasu. So this is a tough spot to be in for this Skik.
Yes, this is a bad place. Sarasu's going to have maybe a parting laser cannon shot on one of them, I imagine. And look at this.
Here we go.
Seismic
charges. Stand by.
This is something that's really easy to forget about in a game, and I'm sure I imagine Cal must have forgotten about this because I think he's going to lose almost every tie. He might actually damage his own ship in there, but
oh man,
I think that trade is one you have to make if you can damage that many TIE fighters.
Yeah. Even I forgot about the seismic charge. Stand by.
Even one tie's going to die, I imagine. Unless that's the one he barrel rolled, I think he's going to lose a tie. Which is amazing.
Yeah, he's going to lose a tie to that seismic for sure. Ooh, that one's close, but I think it did catch the corner as well.
How close is Soontir? I think he might be...
Soontir's just
out, I think.
Oh, there you go. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
4 damage.
Wow, that's amazing. It didn't kill any ties, but look at that. Just covered in damage cards. That's phenomenal.
What a charge.
Yeah, too bad he's probably going to lose Sarasu.
Yeah. That's a shield down on Sarasu. No, that's a shield down on Leighton. On Leighton, yeah.
It would have been a phenomenal turn if Sarasu wasn't in all those arcs.
Right.
If he had turned to the right and ran away. That would be an amazing exchange.
And then K turn, right?
And then Cal would have wasted everything on trying to do that block, maybe get one shot out of it. But
if Sarasu would have just chased a little bit instead of like turning into both Skiks could have 5K'd in. Boba would have been out. Leighton would not have gotten the charge damage. And maybe a couple, definitely a shot on Soontir.
So Boba's going to try and pick off that target lock tie, maybe protect Sarasu a little bit. Any range one shot you can get rid of would be really big.
Yeah.
And this is where the dice are they come up huge sometimes for those TIE fighters.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens.
So who first to shoot here would be
Boba. Probably gonna
deciding it's a lot of damage on those ties looking over there.
You have to pick one. You have to pick one with 2 damage in my opinion and try and kill it because Sarasu's going to take
these TIE fighters cannot, all 4 of them cannot live another round. They have to start coming down. And hopefully he can reach the these are both probably range 3, but hopefully he can reach the lead one.
Yeah.
And have it not avoid all the damage.
I think you take the shot that you have a target lock on to try and guarantee. Looks like you got 3 hits.
And it's 2 evades and it's down. Ooh, that's a big tie down for Matt here.
That is the number one to get rid of. It was the one at range 1 of Sarasu. I think that's...
Yeah, that was... If any of them were going to go down, it had to be that one,
Now Sarasu's going to unleash a laser cannon.
Ooh, he has a good chance of taking half of this mini swarm out, or at least a couple,
This could be a huge roll. I mean, it's the block on Sarasu makes this shot not quite as good, but 4 dice, it's 4 dice against 3 with a focus. Still, it's not the best roll, but we'll see what he tries to do. You have to shoot one.
You have to like your chances at getting at least 1 damage through, But these TIE fighters are just insane sometimes. With like 15 effective hull or some shit like that.
In the right situations, in the right games.
Yeah.
It's just still like the most cost efficient ship in the game.
Right. Agreed.
So it looks like Matt's really like thinking about who to shoot, but I
I think
it
has to be one with 2 damage. I mean, there shouldn't be much thought, but
we'll see.
Hopefully he gets a favorable roll. Yeah, it looks like 3 hits. And 2 evades, not enough to save the tie.
That's exactly the turn you want. Now you just see if the dice go your way. I mean, those ties are going to have Hal Runner rerolls.
Wow, yeah.
But I don't know how many shots are on Sarasu at this point.
Sarasu still has
the shield.
The shield, yeah.
Full health.
Full health and a couple range 2 shots are going to... So Hal Runner's not going to take the shot at Leighton?
Yeah, Hal Runner's shooting at Sarasu.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we're spreading damage on both sides of the table here. Okay.
I guess he figured Cal was like thinking he might have more than 1 shot, but I don't think so.
It looks like just a range 2 on the back left corner.
Huh.
Seems like it. And he's going to get a reroll from Hal Runner. Didn't need it. Looks like a couple hits there. And, 1 damage goes through. Oh,
nice.
and a hit.
Yeah,
2 damage
so
goes
2
through.
go through.
Looks like he blanked out on that. Yeah. Man.
Okay, so I guess Cal's thinking he's going to get all 3 ties to shoot at Sarasu, which looks like it might actually happen.
Oh, wow.
Let's get some lasers, gentlemen.
Yeah, it looks like this might call for a laser beam.
I mean, you got to maneuver the laser a little better than that.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a clearer shot at that if we're going to use a precision tool. Let's see.
It's impossible to tell from this angle. Yeah, I was going to
say...
But
yeah, I guess focused firing, I guess,
I guess the idea was if you can get all the ties to shoot at the same one, even if it's not favorable range, then he's going to take it. So I think he is going to shoot.
Yeah, that's just nipped the back left corner. A 3rd shot at Sarasu, even after that barrel roll block. Wow. That's intense.
And with Hal Runner reroll, so
yeah,
could always... It's only 1 hit point left on that ship.
Here we go with the AP. Getting a hit and an eye and a Hal Runner reroll and another hit. 2 hits again. Oh no! Don't tell me it's another blank.
Yeah.
Oh, it's another blank. Sirisu's down. Oh no!
That's
Cal's excellent decision making there. Came through for him. Just you know that skick's not going to hurt you this round.
Yes.
So you might as well fire at the one that can. And have a chance of taking him down, and he absolutely did.
Yeah, I mean, you're betting it was blocked, so you're betting that those green dice are just not super likely to come up with favorable results, and that's exactly what happened.
Oof.
I think he's just barreling through that asteroid. If you're gonna go full on for the block, sometimes you're gonna run through some asteroids. So
let's think about this for a second. That 1 round, Cal loses 2 ships and still has more than half his list left.
Yeah.
And Matt loses 1 ship and loses a 1/3 of his ship of his list.
Yeah, that's
devastating. Yeah.
It's rough, and it's just hard to put damage through on TIE fighters, and that's the worst part about it, is like he cuts down one of your ships, and that's a ton of damage output, and the TIE fighters just soak up with those agility rolls. As long as they have focus tokens, they're really hard to hit. Alright, and Soontir's probably in a hard turn.
Yep. K's all around for the mini swarm, clearing the stress, and a 2 right.
Yeah. I wonder if...
should be able to clear that.
If Laytans can reach... I imagine Soontir just kind of has to token up right here. Probably make sure auto thrusters triggers on this laser cannon shot.
Right.
Because it's going to be 4 dice, but they'll be unmodified. And Soontir with that pile of tokens, like...
Yeah, might as well just turtle up with Soontir there.
And Boba's got to take some time to get back in after dropping that magnificent seismic charge.
Yeah, that was
turn, so.
absolutely great. Oh no, we're going to maybe get offensive?
And I think he might just be thinking about next turn.
Oh, true. That definitely keeps him in range 3. They'll exchange some fire, but Soontir gets a focus evade here, I assume.
Yeah, I imagine. There it is.
And that's great. Yep, that's signatured pile of tokens.
Hate seeing that. He could have made it worse if he didn't barrel roll. He could have had the double focus.
Oh yeah. Well, he has to think he's probably only going to get one shot against him. It's pilot skill 6, but still. He probably doesn't need that third token. And planning for the next round is probably
I think the barrel
idea.
roll might have been just for positioning.
Mm-hmm.
So let's passing swarm tactics. We'll see if that's actually might be a range 3 from that academy too. Alright, so Soontir should be shooting.
Yep, Soontir gets a shot. Boba's out of any arcs.
Yeah, I imagine you could shoot at Boba, but I don't know why you would.
Yeah, that's a range 3 obstructed, if anything. Yeah. And you have a damaged Skik there that's just aching to get boned.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He evaded it, now he gets the evade token. So, this ability keeps stacking.
Don't think the rest of these ties will be in there, but it's a pretty sick ability, yeah.
Yeah, if you're facing 2 dice attacks, that ability is amazing. If you're facing a heavy laser cannon, it's probably not going to trigger. But it's interesting. Looks like he rolled some hits with that laser cannon shot.
And the auto thrusters kicks in 3 evades.
Yeah, it's such a rough target.
Soontir, God.
And if he has tokens, it's just it's almost
sick.
Not worth taking the shot. I mean, if it's your only shot, you take it.
Might as well, but you're not going to get through that.
Especially in a timed game, it's just kill something instead. Auto thrusters are brutal. They make heavy laser cannon a little bit crappier.
Right.
He still loses his agility die, but most laser cannon ships want to be at range 3, and Soontir is pretty much okay with that. When he's not in arc, if he can stay at range 3, I'll be happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
So
wanting to avoid that asteroid, we take one of the Academy pilots out of the game here for a round.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to risk going over asteroids too much at this point with those heavily damaged ties.
And a pretty fast movement here from the Skik. They have a 2 green as well, right? They don't have a 1
Yeah, I'm
green.
Surprised about the 3.
That's a 3 green forward to clear the stress, but coming a little quick considering he has that heavy laser cannon.
Yeah, usually you'd imagine the laser cannon ships slow play as much as they're capable of doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because now you might get a range 1 shot. The Academy looks like he might have to barrel roll, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's Hal Runner.
Oh, it is Hal Runner. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Academy's moved already. Yeah, we'll see. He could barrel roll right just to be completely out of arc, but he's taking a focus.
Taking a focus. Let's get offensive with a little Hal Runner action. Yeah, he's going to be able to shoot with the range 1 on the Skik with swarm tactics on the left AP first, so you might as well try to take it out. It only has 2 hull left.
It looks like he blocked his own. He got Soontir blocked, which is
on
really brutal. I'm surprised he didn't turn right and get out. So this could be insanely huge.
Or even just instead of going so fast, just crash into Hal Runner, and still get a shot at the Skik, get 3 shots instead of 2.
I quiver at the sight of Soontir crashing.
True. Yeah.
He dies so quickly, and look at this.
Oh, there it is. In a range 1.
Everything about this is perfect for Boba.
Yeah.
He's just got no tokens.
No engine upgrade necessary.
You have to take a focus here because there's no reason to target lock. I don't know if he's targeting locking. He's gonna re-roll a die, so I don't understand that really. Right, because the target
Yeah.
lock and his ability just clash with each other. I think you take a focus.
Yeah, you take a focus.
You get that one reroll. It's like a predator.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. I don't understand the target lock.
Yeah, the focuses probably would have been the better overall mathematically.
But watch, he's gonna roll like all blanks, and then I'm gonna take it back.
Yeah,
Looks like
no,
he has a
rolled
couple focus.
Yeah, he rolled 2 focus and a blank,
Yeah.
which could have been a 1 roll and a 4 attack damage. But did he
Looks
just
like a
roll
lot of
4?
hits, yeah.
Oh, he got 4 hits anyway.
I think Soontir's gonna take 2 damage
Soon
and stay
Tier
alive.
takes 2 damage from that range 1/4 die attack. Oh no, that was oh.
That so easily could have gone any other way, and this whole game would be different.
Yep.
So
This one round could define that the rest of the game. Yeah.
In a way, Matt did this is everything you can do at this point. You get a range 1 shot on Soontir with no tokens.
That's blocked,
and
right?
you get to modify yours. I mean, that's massive. I don't know what Soontir rolled is.
So Soontir looks like he just rolled 4 hits as well.
He's gonna trigger
He
Boba's
did
ability to roll an evade.
Yeah, roll 1 evade. He got 2 hits.
He's got a crit.
A crit that's stun pilot.
Ooh, that's brutal.
And
Yeah,
the second one wasn't a crit.
And a direct hit.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He took 2 crits just now in a. Is he gonna take a?
No. Yeah, he's just counting that as his second direct hit. So yeah, wow. 2 crits.
Didn't he drew those damage cards incorrectly? Didn't he? I was gonna say because you're not supposed to draw. You're supposed to draw your crits last. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So I think he accidentally drew too many. So Boba's down to 3 hull with a stun pilot, which is really bad in this situation.
Yeah.
Because he could get blocked and take damage from that. That's rough. So Soontir just, says screw you. He takes 2 damage. He's still alive, which means he could last forever.
Yeah,
now.
he could still never get another hit. Yeah.
And he does vicious damage with his shot.
Ugh.
So, that's the way it goes sometimes. Matt's actually played really well, and Boba just took a horrendous roll there.
Yeah, that was another 2 hits coming at Boba Fett.
Boba's gonna be hard to hit right now. And he took
one evade, yeah. So takes another hit. He's down to 3 hull.
Yeah, he's down to actually 2 because he has a direct
the direct
hit.
Yeah. Oh wow.
That is
2 hull.
Too many ships on the board. It's really
so now
rough.
Cal gets to choose who to hit or who to attack with the last AP. Looks like he might go for measuring his see if range 1 in the skick. Leighton might get a range. Yeah, looks like a range 1 attack on the skick with a Howl Runner reroll.
Yeah, actually.
Unnecessary. Whoa, Cal is rolling like a beast.
Looks like he got 2 evades.
2 evades
so
for
whatever.
the skick, and
Probably
it's a crit coming through, and it's a direct hit. Oh no! Skick down.
Oh man.
Oh wow. 2/3 of this build is now down.
That's how it goes.
Jeez,
That's how it goes.
what a round for Cal.
Yeah.
What a round.
What looked like it could have been the worst round for Cal because Soontir could have easily died.
Just died right there. Just turned out the complete other way, and that's just how this game rolls.
Yeah, I mean, one of those could have been a direct hit on Soontir. So
yeah.
That's how this game goes, definitely.
Yeah.
But I mean, both players actually really flying pretty well. I think I like a lot of the things that they're doing, like surprising things, blocking, stuff like that, and sometimes the dice go insane.
Yeah, that was completely.
It ended up being so one-sided.
Right.
You would think that Soontir taking 2 damage or maybe dying so huge, but then with that much damage in 1 turn, it's amazing.
That's tough. That's tough to swallow.
We'll see what Boba is gonna try to probably turn left. I imagine Cal might try to block this.
Yeah, it looks like Cal's trying to block all over the place. Block left, block right. Boba's going to be very limited here as to how far he's going to go. Soontir might be trying to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I think with 1 damage, it's just the right move to do.
Yeah, we'll see. And it looks like
I think you want to guarantee that you can dodge the arcs as
Right.
best as you can. I mean, it is Boba is a higher pilot skill than him, but you might be able to position
Oh, and he's
yourself.
zooming past Boba with a 5 straight, almost, almost getting too close for comfort on that asteroid in the over there. That's crazy.
Looks like he's planning to maybe drop a pile of tokens next to that ship.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. There's. He's. I don't think you're gonna get a shot on through on Soontir this round.
If Boba bumps, he has one hole left. So we'll see.
Oh no.
Because of that, and it
Yeah,
looks
the
like
stun pilot.
he will.
Eek.
Oh,
So yeah, you can't K-turn with Boba because you'll get a damage for landing on the asteroid and then probably get rolling to
he
kill
could roll
yourself,
and kill
possibly.
himself,
And you're left with no other choice but to take a damage here with a 3 bank.
I think he put the 3 bank down, checking to see if it would have worked, because I think he must have had that originally. But he had a 3 hard turn, and yep, there it is, another damage, just free damage. See if Boba can off that tie.
Kind of cancels out that size.
Oh, tie's pointing away from him, so he's not being shot right now.
He won't be. Yeah, he won't have any damage coming at him, but. If Cal sets up this next round correctly and predicts his move, he might not even have to shoot dice.
Yeah.
You know?
Stun pilot with a big ship is the worst because they're so easy to block.
Right.
Once you're in front of one, you can just kind of keep it there forever. At least the fire spray has a lot of options about where it can turn. Yeah, he's going to shoot that.
Yeah, he's got one shot at the AP, range 1, with 2 rerolls.
Yep. It should be a good shot even with the block. Notice his inertial dampener is still there.
True.
I don't think he wants to use it at this point. You got a running gun.
But it might not be the worst idea, you know?
He's rolled 2 hits, and he's going to re-roll both.
2 hits, a crit, and a something. And it looks like 2 eyes and an evade. After using the evade, a crit still goes through. A hit and a crit go through, and that is the end of that AP's day. So yeah, using inertial dampeners here, yeah, you don't really want to be stressed because you want to at least be able to take the evade action, but these
if you won't get blocked.
Yeah, you at least won't get blocked and die that way, you know.
You'll at least get another shot. If I was playing the fire spray, I'd be going to the right as hard as I could with Boba. We'll see what Matt does.
That's kind of like the best option.
We'll see how much Cal tries to block him, or if he if he counts on his firepower at this point, because Soontir should have no problem getting in on Boba and possibly killing him, but he's K-turning. So he's looking for an actual shot, I think.
Yeah, instead of a block. I don't know. I kind of would have just turned one right, maybe
just
with
parked in front.
Yeah, exactly, and then barrel roll to the left or something. I don't know.
We'll have to see what Matt does. Engine is the best now. This is where you want Engine so badly.
You need to get the hell out of
because you can get out of some TIE Fighter arcs with one hull. It's just, but you know that's a whole nother build.
Yeah, imagine being able to like. You do a 2-turn here and then boost left forward, range 1 and Soontir get another range 1 shot with a reroll, man. That sounds tasty, but no engine upgrade, so that's not a real possibility. Let's see if what Matt did here, and it looks like it's a 2-turn right. That hard turn. Trying to. See, and if Cal would have 1-turned, he would have killed him. Yeah,
because like I said, that if I was flying it, that's what I would have done. So usually, if you're the opposing player, you think, what would I do? What's the most logical move? And then you go for the block on that. I mean, there's little to lose, I think, at this point with attempting those blocks, because he's gonna try and kill Howlrunner.
Well, okay, so you take a target lock this time, but no, there's no range 1.
Yeah, no rerolls.
So no rerolls. So I guess it makes a little more sense now, but I think focus is still the action to take,
Yeah, I mean, I'm a hopelessly defensive player. I think you usually go for the focus just because maybe you won't spend it or you don't want to spend it. That's what he did. So he got 3 hits.
Nice.
At least 2.
It looks like a blank.
All blanks.
That is a blank.
Yeah, that's all blanks.
Howlrunner is down.
I mean, Boba can still cut ships down, and all those damaged ties will start to fall, but
Yeah.
this might be a little too late.
Yeah, with one hull, that's...
You just can't afford to take any fire. And he gets no rerolls in this shot, so this is just naked against naked. It's a stress tie.
Mm-hmm.
Boba with no rerolls.
Oh.
It's like
One hit. And a blank! Boba goes down! There's the handshake, and that's the game. Felicitaciones a Capitan Cal for winning the 2015 Brooklyn Game Lab Store Championship. Enjoy that well-deserved and almost sufficiently contested first-round regional bye. MOVs aside, yes, the second-place Jaws did not get a chance to take what may very well could have been his, but well-endowed Han without the cocky kid, and we'll have to try and sweep the first round of regionals to make up for that. Wink.
And so, coming in third place, we had Merrick, who's a favorite pilot of mine, who flew a list he calls the Bomber and the Bombshell, which is
Excellent.
Fantastic. So let's
run
through this list. He was running Eamon Azamine with the Andrasta, of course, 2 prox mines and a seismic charge for all the bombing glory, an ion cannon and tactician to add a kind of scum control thing here, and then the Bombshell, Kath Scarlet, pushing the limit, K4 security droid, which is fantastic for that ship, flechette cannons, and an engine upgrade.
Pretty sweet list. On behalf of myself and the NYC X-Wing community, I would like to thank Joshua and Sam for hosting such a smooth and efficient tournament in the outstanding X-Wing venue that is the Brooklyn Game Lab. We hope you keep those tournaments coming, guys. Thanks for watching this conclusion to the 2015 NYC X-Wing Store Championship season. We wish you luck at a regionals tournament near you. Tune in next time for episode 2 of our discussion series, where you can find out how Mike here earned his IG moniker. See you next time on NYC X-Wing.
And make sure you follow us at NYC X-Wing on Twitter, and definitely join the conversation on the incredibly entertaining Facebook group.
Very active community.
Look
there,
up NYC X-Wing on Facebook.
For NYC X-Wing, I'm Jaws.
And I'm Mike Kaufman, Fly Casual.
Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, brum. Shizo.